I want to describe someone, and I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar.
They work incredibly hard. They are generous. They care deeply about the people around them. They never complain. They always show up.
And financially, they are struggling. Not because they waste money, not because they are irresponsible.
But because they are too nice about money.
They lend money they cannot afford to lose because they do not want to seem selfish.
They accept the first salary offer because asking for more feels greedy.
They discount their services because they feel guilty charging what they are actually worth.
They pay for others constantly because they are uncomfortable letting others pay.
And slowly, all of this niceness, it creates a financial hole that their hard work cannot fill because the money goes out as fast as it comes in.
And they wonder, what am I doing wrong?
Today, we tell them, kindly, honestly,
Being too nice about money? It is not a virtue. It is a financial problem. And it has a solution.
stay with us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speak Unstoppable, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally and confidently through real, honest conversations.
I'm John.
And I'm Maria. So happy you're here with us today.
This episode is for B1 to B2 learners, intermediate to upper intermediate level English.
How are you feeling today, John?
Honestly, a little guilty. Because I recognized myself in that description. Very clearly.
Same. This topic is personal. Before we start, thank you for being here, for being willing to hear something that might challenge how you see yourself.
Let's go.
Okay, a question. And I want your most honest answer.
Okay.
When someone asks you how much you charge for something, do you feel comfortable saying the full price confidently? Or do you soften it? Apologize for it? Discount it immediately because you see the slightest hesitation in their face.
And when you are offered a salary, do you negotiate? Or do you accept, grateful they offered anything at all?
And when a friend or family member asks to borrow money, do you say, honestly, I can't afford this right now? Or do you find a way, even if it hurts you financially, because the discomfort of saying no feels worse than the cost of saying yes?
If you recognize yourself in any of those questions, today's episode is specifically for you.
Because the same qualities that make you a wonderful person, generosity, consideration, the desire not to cause discomfort, they can quietly devastate you financially.
Not because generosity is wrong, not because consideration is bad.
But because generosity without boundaries, consideration without self-respect, they are not sustainable. And they have a financial cost that most people never calculate.
Today, we calculate it, and we show you how to be a generous, kind, considerate person who is also financially honest, financially confident, financially self-respecting.
Because those things, kindness and financial confidence, they are not opposites. They can absolutely coexist.
And today, we show you exactly how. Okay, let's get specific. 4 specific ways that being too nice about money creates financial problems.
Way 1. Not negotiating.
Most people, when offered a salary, a contract, a price, they accept it without question.
And the reasons, they sound reasonable. I don't want to seem greedy. I should be grateful for the offer. I don't want to damage the relationship. I don't want to seem difficult.
But here is the financial reality. Most initial offers, in salaries, in contracts, in business, they are starting points, not final answers.
The person making the offer almost always expects some negotiation. It is built into the process.
And when you don't negotiate, you don't seem nicer. You seem uncertain about your own value.
And the money you left on the table, it was never gone. It was just waiting for you to ask.
And over a career, the cumulative cost of not negotiating, it is not small. It is potentially life-changing amounts of money.
Way too. Lending money you cannot afford to lose.
Someone you care about needs money. And you have some, not much, but some.
And the need feels urgent. And you care about them. And saying no feels cruel.
So you give, even though you cannot afford it, even though you need it, even though part of you knows this may not come back.
And then it doesn't come back. And you resent it. And the relationship is complicated. And you are financially behind.
And none of this, not the resentment, not the financial loss, not the relationship damage, none of it was necessary. If you had simply said, honestly, warmly, I can't afford this right now, but here is what I can do.
Way 3. Discounting yourself.
You have a skill, a service, something valuable to offer, and someone asks, how much?
And you feel the discomfort of naming a price, of saying, my time and skill are worth this specific amount.
And instead of saying your real price confidently, you soften it. It's usually this, but for you, I can do less. Before they have even reacted.
You discounted yourself. Before they asked. Before they needed you to.
And now, you are working for less. Not because the market demanded it, but because your discomfort with your own value demanded it.
Way 4. Paying for others consistently and excessively.
You are at dinner with friends. The bill comes. And you reach for it. Every time.
Not because you want to. Not always because you can afford to. But because it feels good. And it feels like what generous people do.
And the other people, they let you. Because you always do.
And you smile. And you pay. And you go home slightly more financially behind than before.
And nobody is grateful enough for it to matter financially. And you are poorer for it. And nothing was actually built by it.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You recognize one or more of these patterns. You have been doing them. Not from weakness, from kindness.
Today, the kindness stays. The financial cost, it goes. Okay, let's understand why. Because understanding why, it is the beginning of changing it.
Nice people, genuinely generous, caring people, they associate money conversations with conflict, with discomfort, with the possibility of damaging a relationship.
And they will do almost anything to avoid that discomfort, including paying more than they should, earning less than they deserve, giving more than they can afford.
And this pattern, it comes from a belief that is deeply connected to their identity.
The belief being a good person means putting other people's financial comfort before my own.
And this belief, it sounds noble. It sounds like values.
But examine it carefully. It is saying, your financial well-being is less important than avoiding someone else's momentary discomfort.
And is that actually true? Should your family's financial security, your retirement, your children's education, your cushion against crisis, should all of that be secondary to avoiding an awkward conversation?
Most genuinely kind people, when they ask themselves this question honestly, the answer is no.
No. My financial well-being matters. My family's security matters. My ability to be genuinely generous from abundance rather than sacrifice, that matters.
And being financially honest, asking for what you are worth, saying no to what you cannot afford, negotiating for what you deserve, it is not unkind.
It is self-respecting. And self-respect, it is not the opposite of generosity. It is the foundation of sustainable generosity.
You cannot give genuinely from empty. You can only give genuinely from full.
And being financially honest, protecting your resources, it keeps you full. So you can give when it truly matters. With a full heart and a full hand.
Okay, practical time. How do you actually do this? How do you ask for your worth, negotiate, say no to money lending without feeling like you are becoming a different, colder person?
The answer? You are not becoming a different person. You are adding a skill to the person you already are.
Warmth, still there. Generosity, still there. Care for others, still there.
But now, alongside those qualities, financial honesty, financial self-respect, financial confidence.
Step 1. Separate the money from the relationship.
Most people mix these together. They feel that asking for more money from an employer, from a client, it is asking something from the relationship. It is a personal transaction.
But it is not. A salary negotiation is a business conversation. Both parties are looking for the best outcome.
And the employer? They are not going to like you less for negotiating. In most professional contexts, they will respect you more.
Because confident self-advocacy, asking for what you are worth with evidence and warmth, it signals competence. And competence is what employers value.
Step 2. Practice saying the number.
One of the reasons people don't ask for more, it is not just the belief. It is the physical discomfort of saying the number out loud, of saying, I am worth this.
And the solution? Practice. Literally. Out loud. In private.
Say your rate. Say your salary expectation. Say the number without apologizing, without softening, without immediately offering a discount.
Just. The number. Followed by silence. Let the silence work. The number does not need defense if you believe in it.
Step 3. Have the lending conversation before the lending happens.
When someone asks to borrow money, before you answer, ask yourself one question. Can I afford to give this as a gift? Because if it does not come back, and sometimes it does not, can I absorb that loss?
If yes, give it. Freely. Without expectation of return. Without resentment if it doesn't come back.
If no, say so. Warmly. Honestly.
I wish I could, but I genuinely cannot afford it right now. I'm sorry.
Not. I'll find a way. Not. Let me think about it when you already know the answer.
Honest, warm, clear, and financially protective of yourself. Okay, the exact phrases. For being financially honest, warmly, clearly, confidently.
Category 1. Negotiation phrases.
Based on my experience and the market rate, I'm looking for something in the range of underscore. 2 underscore.
I'm excited about this opportunity, and I want to make sure the compensation reflects what I bring.
Is there room to discuss the package? I'd love to find something that works well for both of us.
These phrases, they are confident, professional, and they leave the door open for conversation rather than confrontation.
Category 2. Saying no to lending.
I wish I could help with this, but I genuinely can't afford it right now.
My finances are tight at the moment. I can't lend money right now. But I hope you find a solution.
I've learned to be really careful about lending. I hope you understand. Is there another way I can help?
Notice, all 3 are honest. None are cold. None require explanation or apology.
Category 3. Charging your worth.
My rate for this is underscore, 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 underscore. And then silence. The number speaks. It does not need defense.
I've been undercharging for a while. I've updated my prices to reflect the value I provide.
That's my standard rate. I'm confident it reflects the quality of what I deliver.
Category 4. General financial self-respect phrases.
I've learned to be more honest about money. It is better for everyone in the long run.
I take my financial health seriously because it allows me to be genuinely generous when it matters.
Being financially responsible is one of the kindest things I can do for myself and for my family.
These phrases, they reflect a person who is both kind and financially confident, both generous and self-respecting, both warm and honest.
And that combination, it is not just financially powerful, it is deeply attractive to every person around you. Because it is the combination of someone who is genuinely secure. Can I say something about genuine generosity?
Please.
There are 2 kinds of generosity, and most people only know one.
What are the 2 kinds?
The first kind, scarcity generosity, giving from not enough, giving until it hurts, giving to avoid conflict or to maintain approval.
And this generosity, it feels like virtue, but underneath there is often resentment and exhaustion and a quiet, growing financial instability.
And the second kind, abundance generosity, giving from full, giving because you genuinely have enough to share, giving because it brings real joy, not because it avoids discomfort.
And this generosity, it is completely different in how it feels to give and in how it feels to receive.
People can feel the difference between someone giving from scarcity, from obligation, and someone giving from abundance, from genuine choice.
And the generous person who protects their financial well-being, who negotiates, who says no when they must, who charges what they are worth, they build the abundance that makes the second kind of generosity possible.
So being financially honest, protecting your resources, it is not the opposite of generosity. It is the preparation for real generosity.
The kind that does not cost you your peace. The kind that does not breed resentment. The kind that comes from a full heart and a stable life.
Remember this: you cannot be genuinely generous from a place of financial stress. Protect your resources first, and then give freely, joyfully, without condition, from the abundance that protection creates.
Say it again.
Protect your resources first, and then give freely, joyfully, without condition, from the abundance that protection creates.
That is the whole secret. Protect first. Give from the overflow. Always. Word tour time.
Word 1. Negotiate. This means to discuss in order to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Example 1. She finally negotiated her salary, and the difference changed her financial life. Example 2. Negotiate in English confidently. State your position clearly. Listen carefully. Find the middle ground.
Negotiate. For your salary, for your contracts, for your rates. The money is there. Asking for it, professionally, warmly, that is not greedy. That is smart.
Word 2. Advocate. This means to speak up for or support something, in this context, for yourself. Example 1. Self-advocacy, speaking up for your own worth, is one of the most financially important skills you can build. Example 2. She learned to advocate for herself professionally, and her career transformed.
Advocate for yourself. Nobody else will do it as consistently or as effectively as you can. Your voice is your most powerful financial tool.
Word 3. Sustainable. This means able to continue for a long time without damaging what supports it. Example 1. Generosity from scarcity is not sustainable. It exhausts the giver and eventually stops. Example 2. Sustainable English practice, small and consistent, produces results that intense and occasional never can.
Build sustainable habits. In generosity. In English practice. In financial giving. Sustainable always outlasts intense.
Word 4. Cumulative. This means increasing or building up by adding together. Example 1. The cumulative cost of not negotiating over a career is potentially enormous. Example 2. The cumulative effect of daily English practice, however small, produces fluency that nothing else matches.
Respect the cumulative. Small decisions, repeated consistently, build large outcomes. In money and in English.
Word 5. Abundance. This means having more than enough. A state of plentiful resources. Example 1. She gave from abundance, freely and joyfully, because she had protected her resources first. Example 2. Build an abundance of English vocabulary so you always have more than you need for any conversation.
Build abundance. Protect it. And give from the overflow. In money and in English.
Word 6. Resentment. This means a feeling of anger and bitterness about being treated unfairly. Example 1. Giving more than she could afford created quiet resentment that damaged the relationships she was trying to protect. Example 2. Resentment in any relationship is a sign that something honest needs to be said.
Watch for resentment. It is always a signal that something, a boundary, a conversation, an honest word was needed and not given.
Word 7. Discomfort. This means a feeling of slight pain or awkwardness, not severe but unpleasant. Example 1. The discomfort of saying no to lending, it lasted 1 minute. The financial cost of not saying no lasted years. Example 2. Lean into productive discomfort. The discomfort of negotiating, of speaking English, of honest conversations. It always produces growth.
Choose productive discomfort. The discomfort of honest money conversations is temporary. The financial freedom it creates is lasting.
Word 8. Self-advocacy. This means speaking up for your own needs, rights, and worth. Example 1. Financial self-advocacy, asking for what you are worth, is one of the most important skills a person can develop. Example 2. Self-advocacy in English, expressing your needs clearly and confidently. It develops through practice and builds through use.
Practice self-advocacy. In money. In English. In every area of your life. Your needs are valid. Your worth is real. Speak up for both.
One thing to practice this week.
This week, find one money situation where you have been too nice, too soft, too quick to give without protecting yourself.
Just one.
And practice this phrase out loud before you need it.
Here is your sentence template.
I take my financial well-being seriously. And that means I need to say underscore score underscore underscore honestly and kindly.
Say it now.
I take my financial well-being seriously. And that means I need to say underscore score underscore underscore honestly and kindly.
Fill in your specific situation. Your real, needed, honest word.
Practice it now, in private. So when the moment comes, the words are already yours.
Honest, warm, self-respecting. All three together. Comment challenge time.
One honest question today.
Are you too nice about money? In which specific situation?
Write it using this sentence. I have been too nice about money when it comes to underscore, underscore, underscore. This week, I am going to be more honest by underscore, 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 underscore.
Write it. In English. In the comments.
Because naming it, making it visible, it is already the beginning of changing it.
We read every comment. Every one.
Please give this a like if it helped you.
Subscribe to Speak Unstoppable for new episodes every week.
Thank you for being here today.
Stop being too nice about money.
Not because niceness is wrong.
But because you deserve better.
Protect your resources.
Give from abundance.
And be genuinely generous.
From a financially secure, self-respecting place.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
The real reason you will never be rich, and nobody will tell you this'll me. Know when you